practice looking at equations of proportional relationships and also some story problems. So here we have a table. We need to write the equation. Remember that equation is in the form y equals mx. So this is the unit rate or the constant of proportionality. It's called both things used interchangeably, but it's what are you multiplying the first one by to get the second one, okay? So if we look at here, what are we multiplying 2 by to get 8, 3 by to get 12, and so on? Well, to figure out what we're multiplying, we're actually going to work backwards. We're going to start with 8, divide by 2, and that equals 4. So it looks like we're multiplying the first one by 4 to get the second one. 2 times 4 is 8, 3 times 4 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, 5 times 4 is 20. So that would be our unit rate and the number that goes in our equation. So we have y equals 4x as our equation. Good. Let's try one more of those. We have another table. We need to write the equation. Okay, now this one, 2 times what is 2? We can start with 2, divide by the other 2. Start with the second 2, divide by the first 2, that equals 1. This one's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. You can see you're multiplying the first by 1 to get the second. So our equation, remember it's in the form y equals mx. What's going to go in place of m is just going to be 1, so that equals 1x. Right there. Good. The next practice link. All right, we're still writing the equations, but we don't have tables this time. We have story problems. So from the story problem, we have to be able to write the equation. So it says, we earned a total of $180 from drawing 12 identically priced pictures at a festival. Write an equation to describe the relationship between P, the number of pictures, and E, the total earnings. Zoom this in a little bit. Well, we want to figure out what we were paid per picture because that's what's going to go in our equation right there. Now we have different letters than Y and X this time. We have P and we have E, but we'll talk about those in a minute. If it was $180 for 12 pictures, to figure out what we got paid per picture, we take the total money, 180, and divide it by 12, the number of pictures sold. Okay, when we divide that, we get 15. So that means we got $15 per picture. So that's going to go in place of M in our equation. Now we have to figure out where the letters go. Do we put P here, or do we put E here, and what goes over there? So what are we multiplying by 15? Okay, are we multiplying the number of pictures by 15 to get our total, or are we multiplying the amount of money times 15 to get our total? Okay, well, let's try it both ways. If we multiply the number of pictures by 15, that would be 12 times 15 would equal 180. Is that true? Is 12 times 15 180? Yes, it is. Okay, now remember 12 is pictures, so that would be P. 180 is the money or earnings, so that would be E. Okay, now if we did it the other way around, 15 times 180, and see if that equals 12. Is 15 times 180 12? No, that's not right. So that was putting P over there and E next to 15, but that did not give us the correct answer, what we needed. So our equation is E equals 15P. Okay, we're going to take the number of pictures, P, times 15, how much we got paid for each picture, and that's going to give us E, our total earnings over there. So we put that in, E equals 15P. Let's try another one. All right, Justin runs at a constant rate, traveling 17 kilometers in 2 hours. Write an equation that shows the relationship between D, the distance he runs in kilometers, and H, the time he spends running in hours. Okay, again, we travel a total of 17 kilometers in 2 hours. So we'll take our total kilometers, divide it by 2, the number of hours, to figure out how many kilometers we ran each hour. Okay, and that's going to turn out to be 8.5. All right, now we just have to figure out where the letters go. The equation is this in this form. 8.5 is our M. We have to figure out what goes where. So what are we going to multiply by 8.5 to get the other number? Are we going to do 8.5 times 17 to get 2? Or are we going to do 8.5 times 2 to get 17? Well, when you look at that, you can figure out pretty quick that you take 8.5 times 2 to get 17. So that means what has to be next to the 8.5 are the hours, okay? And that would be H, because it says H is the time he spends running in hours. So we put H next to 8.5, we'll put D on the other side, and then we have our equation. D equals 8.5 H. All right, that's it. Good luck on your practice.